does it go to show that even BJP realizes that if opposition throws the hat in the ring, apparently the opposition might have an upper edge, and they just don't want to give the opposition to be in the dominant position as far as this issue is concerned?
No, I don't think so, because this has been totally a BJP project, if I put it like that, and it has been a public project. Opposition has played very little role in it. In fact, at that time, when the controversies, when not the controversy, when the Andolan started for the liberation of Ram Janmabhoomi, it was Vishwa Hindu Parishad which had started. Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Associated Saints. Then after that, in early 1990s, BJP took a plunge, and they came in the they were earlier not participating in public, but they came in public and they joined it, and especially with Advani's Somnath to Ayodhya Yatra. That is what has happened. And then public mobilization, I think the public, the villagers, the city guys, everybody participated in this movement. And after 500 years, after so many sacrifices, so many clashes, such a long drawn legal battle, temple became a reality after a Supreme Court order. And then again, Supreme Court ordered a trust for its management. Well, I think this is where the government faulted. They knew that people will throng the temple. They'll come from all over the world. One, because people worship Lord Ram. Second, because of the hype and because of the battle that had been fought. So there were a lot of sentiments involved, and the public had been mobilized also. Prior to 1990, it was not mobilized, but later on they came together and they joined, and they were a part of the entire campaign. So it's at that time the government should have studied what are the what we have. So India is a land of temples, and we have best of temples, and everywhere they have come up with some type of an arrangement. Like South temples have they come under state law, and
No,
they
but
have
Sunita
other.
ji, you followed this temple politics for decades, and even when the Ram Temple movement was there, very much alive during Mulayam Singh Yadav's time, then Advani's Rath Yatra, and the way this entire temple politics culminated. What is your sense that it's the same temple politics? Can it really prove BJP's undoing, or would you say that it's premature to even ask this question?
I think it is premature right now. And if you look at the electoral history, it has been a rather a roller coaster ride for BJP. They grew because they rode this temple movement, but they came down also. After the demolition of the shrine, their decline started, and again after 2014, they they started growing. So it's not that the temple gave them everything; it took it away also. Temple politics has been very important, and BJP has definitely come this far. And people credit BJP
No, but
for.
what is your sense? I mean, it's just not about Ayodhya, but it's about other parts of the country also where Ram Bhakts
It's
are
about
of the faith.
Sanatan. It's about
Yeah, it's about
Sanatan.
Sanatan, of
It's
course.
about whatever definition of Sanatan is, and it is also to do with anti-Muslim sentiments. It's
No,
both
but
the
what is
things.
your sense? What are the people on the ground really saying? Are they annoyed with BJP? Are they furious about what has happened with the Ram
Yes,
Temple
yes.
news?
They are frustrated. They feel betrayed. They are discussing it. How could they do it? And in fact, I was talking to somebody of Sanskrit Vidyapeeth, where they're teaching, they have started a course in management of temples. So they are saying that how can they even take away God's money? We offer him, and how could they do that? They are the ones who are supposed to manage things. They're supposed to take care, and they know the scriptures very well. This in the scriptures also, there are laid down punishments for various classes and levels.
Yeah.
It's not something which is they don't know. And people who are sitting in the Ram Mandir, who have who know more about Sanatan and the scriptures than us, must be knowing that it's a crime. What they have done is a crime, not only law of land, but also according to the scriptures that they read. So definitely people are very disappointed. They are feeling cheated, but there is this hope. There is one hope they're clinging to, and that is that Modi and Yogi will take severe action in the matter. Somehow they trust these two guys, the chief minister and the prime minister, and the day that trust will be broken, I think it will be the end of BJP then. Then the BJP is going to suffer very badly. But right
But
now they trust BJP.
right, no,
Oh,
but
sorry, not BJP. It has dented BJP, but they trust the two
Modi and
personalities.
Yogi, right. Even Ripendra Mishra said that it needs a complete overhaul. So maybe they would dissolve the trust, they would try and bring in a new system, but will that be enough to restore the faith of the devotees?
Look, uh, faith is, if they, it's a very difficult question to answer today, because faith in Lord Ram remains, but in BJP you are asking. So the BJP is not being held responsible directly. It's the RSS and the VHP, the trust. Anna, so they all are from the RSS and VHP, and the Supreme Court had, directed formation of the trust. So nobody nobody from BJP is directly involved in the entire thing. It's although their relationship is, there is a very thin line where you get to know he's a BJP guy or a RSS guy.
No, but this whole narrative around the big fish and the small fish. Champat Rai,
Yeah.
people say, is a small fish. Anil Mishra is a small fish. Now, if you call them a small fish, they were the ones who were sitting next to Prime Minister Modi. Anil Mishra and he and his wife, they were sitting next to Prime Minister when the consecration ceremony was on, when the rituals were happening. So, do we qualify them as small fish? Do we qualify Champat Rai as a small fish? And if they are small fish, who's the big fish? I'm wanting to know.
No. They were the key leaders who were at that time involved in the construction of the Ram temple. They were the people who were part of the trust at that time also. So definitely they were sitting in a prime position. They were sitting with the prime minister because of their involvement in the entire thing. But definitely they are big fish. They're not small fish. They are big fish because they report directly to, if they report at all, they report directly to the prime minister or the chief minister. And if they don't report, they inform the prime minister. And of course they were in touch with Nripendra Mishra ji also, who has also been at the helm of affairs for years to come. So you can't say they are small fish. Small fish are the 8 guys who have been arrested so far. They are the small fish. The bigger fish will get to know. But definitely, I think alongside pinpointing people who are responsible for this thing, I think what people also want is that some steps should be taken to check it forever. Like all these, like the CCTV cameras, were they good enough? The monitoring, the surveillance, the people, there were a lot of manual exchanges from the car. There were about 40 donation boxes. So the money was taken out, and then what the cameras they. Now there are 2 stories that are in circulation. One is that Champat Rai came to know about it, and he got a hidden camera put to get a proof. One is that. The other one is that CM came to know about it, and then he had one camera fixed there, and that's how they came to know about the entire thing. So besides the CCTV cameras,
So
they did try to put a.
who is the first person who discovered that a theft has happened? Because Akhilesh also made a mention
No,
about it.
Mahipal Singh. Mahipal Singh, I think he was the guy who, in 21, I suppose, he had said that the
Right.
money is being stolen. Some donations are being stolen. And then after that, also, there have been murmurs. But, Ayodhya somehow, unfortunately, people have so much of faith, but there have been controversies surrounding the temple city, from the land registries to so much happening, and somewhere I think the government could have been more vigilant knowing, they had the track record, what was happening in Ayodhya. Earlier, there were complaints of people not getting their full amount and all that stuff. So, I think the government could have been more vigilant. They were not that vigilant as they should have been, because donations were pouring in. They were pouring in. It's not something which that people came to a temple and offered. All big shots came, and it was something, and they gave whatever. Even such as because of the sentiments involved, women went and gave their bangles, and they took off their gold bangles, and they offered that to Lord. So it was something which there was a flood of donations and offerings and all kinds, cash, diamonds, silver, and all. And these silver bricks they got earlier also. I remember when Ashok Singhal was leading the movement, there was a Shila Pujan, and we were told that two silver bricks and one gold brick had come, and we used to ask him, "Where are they?" He said, "They are in the locker." So it was something which we knew about, that which was being talked about, and now to this, have they done any audit? Do they have any record of all the donations that have come in? I think the government will have to come out with that, and there has to be a larger inquiry covering various aspects of the donations.
But the
Theft is one
magnitude
part.